I'm a liar. You're a liar. We've all lied to our feet. There have been those days where we throw on a pair of shoes that we really like. It might be one of your favorite models. We just know in the back of our mind that it's not the most comfortable sneaker. So I've got my 5 surprisingly uncomfortable sneakers. What shoes do you have that you just wear and you're like, wow, these are not as comfortable as I thought they would be? Okay, before we get into this, no brands are being spared. Anybody is fair game. I still love all these brands. I obviously share them here on this channel pretty often, but nobody is being spared. There's this notion that every New Balance sneaker is comfortable. And while probably 95% of them are, there are some that just have slipped through the cracks. And it happens to be one of their most popular models, the New Balance 550. To me, maybe just this specific pair, not that comfortable. It took me a little while to realize this, especially because it's one of my go-tos. I throw this shoe on feet often, however, I don't wear it that long. I didn't spend an entire day on my feet until recently wearing this shoe, and sheesh. I was looking at them like, I thought these are New Balance. I thought that they're supposed to be comfortable. Don't get it twisted. This is a retro basketball sneaker. They are not those plush, made in USA runners. There's a couple reasons why these are uncomfortable. I'm just gonna dive into one of them real quick. So this insole, you know, it's supportive. It does its trick. It's somewhat soft. It's not anything special though. Nothing special. And then beneath that, it is rock hard. Like, it just gives you nothing. And keep in mind that this sneaker was originally 99 bucks and then they bumped it up to 120 when it became popular. So just keep that in mind. As far as comfort goes, for the most part, a lot of times you get what you pay for. Okay, so next up, this one isn't exactly a surprisingly uncomfortable shoe. It's a sneaky uncomfortable shoe. It's sneaky. We've all done it. We've been in the mall or just saw a pair that we liked, and Vans are so inexpensive that we've probably impulse bought them many times. And I grew up wearing Vans. This is one of the first cool sneakers I ever had. I grew up skateboarding. I love Vans. I love everything about them. You try on a pair of Vans and they have that nice soft feeling. Look how big that sole is. All it is a sole. You wear it for more than 15 minutes and the comfort completely changes. I don't know if it's because the insole bottoms out over time, and that time is quickly, like 15-20 minutes on your feet. And I know they've got the Ultra Cush insole. You have to pay more for it, but what do these go for nowadays? Is it 60 bucks still? It might be even less. I forget what these go for. It's been a while, but man, sneaky uncomfortable. If you are wearing these all day, forget about it. Okay, this one isn't even really on the list. I'm just sharing it briefly because this particular material on here is a problem. For some reason, the Gore-Tex material on these Jordan 1s just gives off a different fit than a standard pair of OG 1s that are leather. The Gore-Tex is just so tight. It hugs your foot. And if you size up on a pair of Jordan 1s because they fit true to size, in my opinion, they look really long. You can't do that. You gotta go with your true size. They look good, they look great. This is a good fall or winter sneaker, but they hurt the sides of my feet. They're narrow. I don't know what it is about the material. Maybe it's just an extra layer or the Gore-Tex is thicker than leather is, but they hurt my feet. Let me know if you're the same. This next one is a problem, but nobody talks about it. It almost gets swept under the rug. There's this assumption that Nike Air Max are all comfortable. It's almost like New Balance. Everyone thinks, you hear Air Max, you're like, oh, it's a running shoe, it's a retro running shoe. They're all comfortable. The more air, the better. I don't know. I don't have a reason as to why. I have some theories, but bro, the Air Max 97 is uncomfortable. Look at that air unit. How could it be that this shoe is uncomfortable? Look at all that support. How could it be? These look amazing, and I have no problem throwing them on briefly, but after that, for one, the fit of 97s is so odd. I went with my true size. Big mistake. You need to size up on 97s, and similar to the Jordan 1, when you do that, the shoe looks a lot longer. When you're looking down like your bird's eye view of the sneaker, and they look like boats. It's like, all right, this shoe just doesn't work for my foot. Next up, I hate to say it. I don't even like to, I'm not convinced right now in my mind that this shoe is uncomfortable. The Jordan 4 Fire Red. And when they say fire, do they mean the colorway? No, they mean your toes. Because you wear this shoe for more than, I don't know, a half hour, your toes are on fire. Your whole foot is on fire. You need an extinguisher. Your feet are howling like a Justin Timberlake concert. No good. Some Jordan 4s are fine. They have different insoles in them, so that does affect things. If you get lucky, you get a good, comfortable insole in your Jordan 4, depending on what the retro is. You get absolutely tricked with this sneaker because you see that air unit and you're like, oh, it's good. And then to top things off, the leather that they used on these is just, it's weird. And the shoe feels narrow to me. I don't know why. I honestly put these on and was like, did they send the wrong size? Is this a women's release? I don't know what's going on. The shoe is narrow. Never have I ever felt like I needed to size up on a pair of Jordan 4s. I feel like I need to go up a full size on this one, but it's a classic. This shoe is amazing though, and I can't get rid of it. I've tried to stretch them out. I've tried to wear really thin socks. I've tried to swap the insoles. Okay, I'm still doing this. And I'm still surprised that this shoe is not comfortable when it should be. It's a skateboarding shoe. There are certain pairs, depending on what the materials are, that are more comfortable than others, but this one and a lot of the other Nike SB Dunks that I have, they're not comfortable. Back in the day, they used to be so plush. There used to be so much padding on these, and something happened. Something happened where they cheaped out on the materials. My feet are never ever happy when I put on a pair of SB Dunks. I gotta know that I'm not gonna be on my feet that long, or sometimes collabs have more plushness in the materials, or they have a different insole and they're a lot more tolerable. This shoe is supposed to be skated in, so there should be more impact protection in them. But they did thin out the insole at some point so that you have better board feel. Now there's gotta be a balance. And then the leather material that is on the upper here. So on the toe box, that is leather, but it's a synthetic leather. When you flex like this, it almost just digs into your foot. I can feel this cheap leather when I'm walking, and it just doesn't do the trick. I might be alone on this one. Let me know what you guys think, if SB Dunks are uncomfortable to you. And what's even more confusing to me is that the regular inline Dunks that have released recently are more comfortable. Like this Dunk High has a nice soft leather to it, and it's more comfortable. So I don't know if it's because they didn't thin out this outsole. Go ahead, let me know your most surprisingly uncomfortable sneakers down in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you're new around here. That's it for me though. I'll catch you later.